cameras are. Yeah.
We're on number.
Leading a normal life.
He needs to put closed captions in.
Yeah, okay, ready? Yeah. Now, Kunal, do you sometimes compare your life with disabilities to someone that is leading a normal life?
No, I really don't. I really have always felt like as a deaf person, I can do anything the same as hearing people. I have a job, I play sports, I go out, I've been educated, I study, and my working life, I have a very full life. And I don't feel like anything in my routine is different than if I would be a hearing person. I have very good friends. And through my work life and through my personal life, I've never felt like I should be a different kind of person.
So actually, I have a question for you, Kunal, and maybe this is something which I've never actually seen when we've been working together, but in your life, probably your prior life before we actually met, have you ever gone through periods where you were unhappy or angry or upset, and how have you dealt with those feelings, and how have they manifested themselves?
Well, when I graduated from school and I went out to look for work, I went on a great number of interviews. And at the time, nothing was working out and I wasn't getting the work. And I was wondering if it was because people were focused on my disability instead of focusing on my skills and my knowledge and what I could bring to the job. Some people, when they see a person with a disability, they see a difference. And that's what they're able to focus on at the time. And it made me a little bit nervous. And I thought, I'm not going to be able to find work. I'm not going to be selected for any kind of job because I'm deaf. But I just decided I would go through, and then I had faith, and it ended up working out, and I see those results in where I am today.
That's great.
I got a question on dream. How often do you dream? And tell us about your dreams, since dreams reflect the thoughts in your mind about your past, present, and the future, about your job, family, friends, and other things.
My dreams are the same as every other person. My dreams are to become a very strong person, to be able to be a competitive person in the workplace. I want to make my family, particularly my parents and my brother, proud of me. I hope the people I work with in the law group feel that I'm a talented person and I contribute to what is going on there. And really, I have to see the people that I work with at the law firm, David, Michael, Ludka, Joy, and all the other staff at NPZ Law Firm. I hope they're all proud of me, and I very much enjoy working with them.
So I have the next question, Kunal, and that is, how would you differentiate, and as you know, this year was the first time that I had ever visited India. So I have certain perceptions in my mind, but I have to ask you is, how would you differentiate the life between India and the US as an individual with disabilities? And would you say that being an individual with a disability in India or another developing country is socially unacceptable and is a place there where it's difficult to find a job as opposed to in Western society? And I think that our viewers would be interested in your perceptions of that.
It's very true that life, when you compare living in America and living in India, is very different. The technology, the opportunities are very different. In America, people with disabilities have equal rights. In my experience, I think life for people with disabilities in America is better than people with disabilities who are living in India. There's more opportunity for work here. And from a strictly work perspective, or maybe benefits, the US is definitely ahead of other countries. Especially for people with disabilities, people who are deaf or blind or physically handicapped in some way. There's a lot of special education opportunities in America where they really teach to a disabled person's strength and are able to work with their challenges. And I feel like in the United States, people with disabilities have the opportunity to compete with other people in a much more fair way.
Very interesting question for you, Kunal. Now, we believe that people with disabilities get married, they raise children, they play sports, and do just everything a normal person would do. They may use alternative techniques to accomplish the task. I mean, I'm talking about the people with disabilities can use alternative techniques to accomplish tasks. What is your view about that?
As I said before, I really feel like disabled people have extra abilities, which maybe other people don't necessarily recognize. And every disabled person, each and every disabled person, can really use their intuition, their abilities to prove themselves to others.
So Kunal, in the programs, over the course of several programs that we've been speaking with you, there are thousands of people who are watching this interview who may have disabilities themselves or in their families or among their friends. They have other disabilities, not just not just the hearing disability. And they're struggling hard in society, with employment, with other activities, which you've mentioned over the course of several of our programs. And what message, Kunal, would you give them to encourage them and to guide them in dealing with these issues?
I would want to tell everybody to keep something in mind, that they should never give up. That they should try and try until they succeed.
And I think that that's a great place for me just to interject that we consider it as members of the NPZ Law Group. We're very lucky to have Kunal on our team. He's a tremendous asset in assisting us to be able to bring the message of the NPZ Law Group out to all of our listeners, all of our viewers, such as yourselves. And I want to take a moment to thank Kunal for appearing here on ITV with us, and for Beth for translating for him.
And I join David in thanking you. I think, Kunal, you are an extraordinary, a wonderful person, a perfect example for many people like you who will benefit from your life story and this program. And Beth, also thank you very much for being here with us today and doing this interpretation for us. And thank all of you for watching the program. I hope you found this program very interesting, very helping. If you have any friends, if you have any relatives, if you know anyone in this kind of position, please convey this message to them. And both David and me are here to help anybody who wants any assistance from us. And thank you very much, and goodbye.